afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Slow Burn. Today, I'm smoking out of my alligator blue. Let the wind pass. Smoking out of my alligator blue 114 KS 7LE. Said that all kinds of backwards, but it's a 7LE 114 KS. My big boy bowl. I'm drinking some black coffee or an Americano with the espresso beans, whole beans from H-E-B. They're marvelous. I'm smoking some Boswell's Northwoods. No surprise. Today, I had something prepared, and I wanted to read it, but I was exchanging thoughts and readings with a buddy of mine last night, and he had a lot of interesting points that I wanted to further contemplate before sharing. So I'll not be reading what I had prepared for today. And instead, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a week recap. Starting with my book. It is coming along very nicely. It is taking much longer than I anticipated. I'm very, very, very happy with what's already been put to page. It's just getting to that point takes a lot more time than I recognized initially, which is good. I mean, I don't want to be able to just poop out a piece of work and then call it a day. And it'd be great. I like taking my time with editing and wording stuff properly and ensuring that the prose is delivering the story in the absolute best manner. Sprinkling in foreshadowings and just all types of stuff. It's been very... I'm gonna learn so much through this process for future novels, and that's what I think already I'm starting to see. Now, I think I brought up on the last episode, I was reading a book called Assault on Truth about Freud's suppression of the seduction theory. Thank goodness I'm done with that book. That was the most depressing book ever. Maybe aside from Chaos by Tim O'Neill. Which is about the 60s, the Manson murders, and the drug culture of that time. It is an eye-opening read, as is Assault on Truth. And I don't really want my eyes opened all too often. Ebbs and flows with that. I think there's wisdom and a balance to it. A lot of what I was going to share last night falls into eye-opening categories. I think I just need to review a bit more before I go saying stuff about it. That being said, I started reading To Kill a Mockingbird, which is the first time I'm reading it on my own volition, and I do not regret it. that has been one of the most entertaining reads of the year so far, ironically, and I thought it was going to be one of the more boring, but it just, something about it just makes me want to keep turning the page. It's making me recognize why a lot of people were like, dang, I'm surprised you're starting with Tolkien and Lewis, they're harder reads. And I didn't understand that until reading something like this. I'm like, oh, there is something. I don't want to use, like, just like a good basic flavor of ice cream. Like, it's easy, and you fly through it. Next thing you know, it's gone, and you're wondering where all the time went that it took you to eat it. As opposed to, like, a more complex flavor, like a rocky road, or, you know, some exclusive flavor, or a nice gelato. I don't know. It takes you a little bit more time. It's a little bit more filling. You digest it slower. You're not rushing through it like you would with just a standard tub of vanilla ice cream. And the book's not vanilla by any chance. Don't get my metaphor confused with me trying to say something I'm not. The book is very... It has layers. It has a lot of really well thought out subtext. I'm learning a lot just reading it. And I'm looking forward to what I read next. I still have not got the chance to read Malcolm Geit's Galahad and the Grail. I think I'm still going to wait till around October to read that. Only because now I really want to jump the gun and either read... I really want to read For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway. I haven't read any other Hemingway. Actually, I meant to text my grandfather. He's a big reader, and ask if he'd read any of his stuff, and if he has, what he likes the most. Because I'm curious. I've heard a lot about Ernest Hemingway, but I've never read anything he's done. And I want to see what all the hype's about. That's one thing that's nice about getting into reading. You suddenly get to see what all the hype's about a lot of different things. And in pursuit of independent thought, there's been some stuff that's been recommended to me that I don't like too much. And there's been some stuff that I thought I wasn't going to like and I ended up loving. And that's the case with To Kill a Mockingbird right now. So if I can get my hands on a good copy of For Whom the Bell Tolls, that's what I'm going to read next. Because I've heard he has short, concise prose, and I want to see what that looks like in comparison to A, what I've been reading, and B, what I'm writing. I feel like whenever I want to make a specific type of music, I listen to a lot of an artist that's kind of excelled in that lane. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to bite the artist, but I want to get their methods, and then I put my own spin on it, because I've learned my own spins and signatures when it comes to producing music. So I really want to learn how to do that with writing. Learn from the greats, absorb what they do, and then put my own flair to it, if you will. But none of that matters if you don't have a story to tell. And I believe the same thing with music. None of that matters unless there's something to say. There's like 3 million songs uploaded to Spotify a day. I mean, you can make whatever you want. But if you're not...
I'm sorry, I forgot you were recording. You pooped in here.
Oh. My dog pooped inside. Again.
Right.
Did he eat any of his food?
Nope. He pooped a lot.
No.
Can I keep him out there for a few minutes?
Yes. I completely lost my train of thought. My dog, man, he's got me feeling some type of way. I don't know what's going on with him. He is the most well-trained, well-behaved, intelligent dog. And over the past couple weeks especially, it's like he doesn't know where he is, who he is, what to do, where to do it. And he just, it's like he can't hear. Coleman, come here. Unless he's looking at me, I can't get him to me. You stay. That is not stay. This is what I mean. A few years ago, this never would have been him. I want to say a few months ago. But now it's like he's paralyzed with uncertainty or something. I don't get it. She said again because I've already cleaned up his poop today and last night. 2 other times yesterday. One time he was out here, he pooped on the sidewalk. I have no idea what's happening. He's never been like this. Took him to the vet. He's completely healthy. But I think his mind is not. I think he's got dementia or something. He stares at walls. We tried to get him to go outside the other day, and he's just walking in circles around the couch like he doesn't know where to go outside. And then he pees and poops on the carpet. I was like, dude. Coleman. Hey, bud. Hey, go lay down. Go lay down. So, you got a little bit of unfiltered action of what we deal with in the day. Go lay down. Lay down. You just stay right there. Oh, and this is another thing. He's Coleman. Lay down. Lay down. Down. Hey, you're okay. Just lay down, bud. You're okay. You're okay. Go lay down. Sorry, guys. Hey. I have no idea what this man is doing. This is what I mean. A few years ago, a few months ago, again, snap my fingers, lay down, he's down, and he's staying. Now it's like he's scared or something. Lay down. Lay down. Down. He's looking at me like he has no idea what I'm saying. Yeah, this is sad. It really is sad. Unfortunately, I had the worst dream 2 nights ago where I was in China for some reason. In this like convenience store laundromat hybrid with a huge flat screen TV playing Battlefield. And Coleman was with me. And it comes to the scene, where some characters are speaking in Mandarin or something. And the guy, the worker in the store, the laundromat, gets all excited that the characters are speaking in his language. And so he comes over and starts speaking English and saying just like how cool it is that I play a game like that. And then we start hearing some noise outside, and all of a sudden the street's getting shot up. So he's like, oh, you have to hide. So I get in this cabinet thing, this cabinet closet, and my dog can't fit, so he's laying outside of it. Well, I can see through the crack, these people come in, bombard the place, trash it, beat up the dude, kidnap him. And then they walk over to my dog and curb stomp him. And so they leave. I come out, he's bleeding all over the place because they just curb stomped his skull and he's whimpering because he's not dead. And I have to unalive him myself. And then I woke up and I was just traumatized. I'm scared that day in real life, not the China and him getting curb stomped, but the day I have to unalive him is soon approaching or put him down or whatever. I just don't want to think about that. He is 12 years old, husky. He only eats every few days. Even with his favorite foods. He doesn't like going for walks as much anymore. He just wants to stay around and do nothing. You used to say the word walk, and this man, it's like you unlocked something. He can't handle it or control his excitement. But now, even when we do go, we get 5-10 minutes in, and he's done. He wants to go back. In the last 3 days, well, now including the time we just picked up, he's pooped in the house 8 times. Nothing's changed. His food hasn't changed. His routine hasn't changed. It makes me sad. It really does. Well, in other news, I had a song come out last Friday, so a week from the day we're recording this. And it got placed on a Christian and gospel Spotify curated playlist. First time I've ever been placed on a Spotify curated playlist. From my understanding, it's extremely hard to get on those. From my distribution label was telling me this. It was like one guy, it was like a gatekeeper. But I guess I finally caught his attention with this song called Shout to the Moon. And then yesterday he just got placed on another one. And it's just all kind of coming out of nowhere, super surprising, especially because it's this song. I love this song, but it's probably the one I least expected to do well. It's actually the one I was like, oh, no one's gonna like this song but me, because it's just very unique. It was originally called The Wolf, then it was called The Lone Wolf, then it was called The Lone Wolf Remains. And I was like, you know what? I'm being too on the nose with the metaphor of the song. I just need to call it Shout to the Moon. Because the main lyric is, if a shout to the moon gets me out of the cold, the lone howl awaits. Now what does that mean? What's the cold? The cold is this feeling of Let me start first with the shout to the moon. Shout to the moon is telling someone the truth. If I tell you the truth, and it gets me out of feeling cold, out of feeling this weight. You ever felt the cold that feels like a weight? That's really what I was describing, and I feel like an animal would feel that. If a shout to the moon gets me out of the cold, out of this feeling, then the lone howl awaits. Then I'll do it. But at the same time, that same phrase is saying, if telling the truth gets me out of losing this thing, but I lose a friend, then I'll be lonely to tell the truth. If standing up and saying the truth loses people around me, then so be it. And then the next line is, I'm trying to tell you the truth to get me out of the chains. But every word is about to bruise, and I don't want to put you through it, but I did it. Lord, I wish I would change. So what is that saying? I'm trying to tell you the truth. So it says, if a shout to the moon gets me out of the cold, alone hell awaits. I'm trying to tell you the truth. It's like, metaphor aside, bro, look, I did you dirty. And every word is about to bruise. And I'm about to tell you what I did. Like, you're about to hate it. And I don't want to put you through the fact that you have to know that I did this. But I did it. And then it kind of pivots, Lord, I wish I would change. Because I thought being a Christian meant I wouldn't hurt people in the way I hurt someone with this song. And then the bridge follows with, all through the pain, the lone wolf remains. All through the pain, the lone wolf remains. Because I was recognizing, hey, the devil's trying to take me down. And why do I say the devil? He's trying to keep me in this spot. He wants me drowning in guilt and shame and pain and not going to God with it. But what do I have to fear? As long as I keep getting up, as long as I keep going back to God, I will remain. So all through the pain, the lone wolf remains. If a shout to the moon gets me out of the cold, the lone howl awaits. I don't need the satisfaction of being surrounded by people in this world if it means I have the satisfaction of my Father in heaven. Then the song cuts. It has a little snippet, if you will, of the portion of Jonathan Rumi saying the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. And it's the section of the prayer where he's saying in Aramaic, and forgive me of my trespasses as I forgive those who trespass against me. Because it's like, hey, I could ask for forgiveness all day from somebody. But if I'm not giving forgiveness, then I'm just a wicked servant. I'm the guy whose $1 million debt was forgiven. And then I go home and throw the guy who owes me $5 in jail. Make it make sense. I can't, but that's the nature of forgiveness. It doesn't make sense. And we don't deserve it. But the fact that people don't deserve it is actually, I feel like, what makes it forgiveness. If they deserved it, then it wouldn't be forgiveness. It would just be justice. So, took a lot of inspiration on this song from Beck, from Kanye, from Labyrinth. Lots of like obscure artists, I would say. I mean, not really obscure, but the songs that I took inspiration from are their more obscure songs. And just, again, put my own style, own blend on it. And that song's what came out. I ironically thought this song previous to this called Fear was going to be one of the best, most well-received ones, and it wasn't at all. Actually, one of my lowest performing songs. And then the one after, I thought is probably going to be good, but, we'll see. Comes out on 9/11. Day after my birthday. So, we'll see. But I'm grateful. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I'm glad Spotify enjoyed it. And I hope that they enjoy more. The album is going to be here on October 23rd. And the deluxe will follow that in the months to follow. I'm not sure exactly when yet. My guess sometime next summer is when I'll drop the deluxe. But we'll see. That being said, I think that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you stopping by for this episode of Slow Burn. Miles Maestro. Have a wonderful day.